You and now Rollin with Swanny River right here on RWS Radio and the All Digital Radio Network. It's now the time for another episode of Artist Spotlight. And guess what, y'all? I got a little surprise for y'all. But before we get started, yo, play that stupid intro, please.
Rollin with Swanny. Artist Spotlight.
All right, y'all, so... You know, like last week and the week before that 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 and the week before that. You see, I played some tracks by this dude named Kaoz, right? And I always say, yo, this is my bro Kaoz, check. I'm always my bro. So guess what? Now he's actually on the phone and y'all can get to meet Kaoz, even though he's been around for a long time. So if you don't know Kaoz, I don't know, there's something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious.
Right.
I'm serious. What, yo, Kaoz, what's poppin', bro?
I'm chilling, man. Chilling up here in the app, you know what I'm saying? Loving this weather. You know, we got the best summers up here. It's just the winters ain't nobody's fish, though.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it just started getting hotter in New York, man. So it's...
Yeah, y'all was dealing with snow and shit for a minute, though. Up there, y'all had to...
You know what? It's funny. It's funny how people say, "Oh my God, it's too cold. Oh my God, it's too cold." Now that it's getting hot, oh my God, it's too hot. Oh my God, I don't know. People are never satisfied.
Right. Exactly. It's either too hot, too cold. I know there in New York, though, that's one thing I can't really feature is the summers, man. Because, man, waiting on that damn train, woo! It's like the air be, like, just on you, like, you know, hey, what up? Let me come home with you, you know what I'm saying? That shit don't ever leave you, boy. Hats off to New Yorkers, for real.
Word, son. So bro, man, I mean, I'm happy to have you on Rollin with Swanny. This is like a new and improved Rollin with Swanny. I just want you to know. You know, yeah, it's a new and improved Rollin with Swanny. I'm getting ready to do some bigger things, you know.
Okay.
And, yeah, so listen, you've been around for a long time. You know what I'm saying? You are one of the dopest MCs that LGBT hip-hop, I should say hip-hop has, period. Fuck that LGBT, the hip-hop, period.
Good luck, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Yeah, man.
I'm trying.
Yeah, man. I mean, if you guys don't know, I mean, we got the Kaozes, we got the Lastos, and the come on, I mean, niggas, y'all better do your homework, young boys. Do your homework. Stop sounding like Nicki Minaj. This ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. But Kaoz, man, you got... Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No. You got this new mixtape called The End Is Beginning.
Yeah. You know what? It's I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. Talk. Go ahead.
Okay. I don't know. I was just gonna say. You know, it started out. The idea started out as a mixtape kind of thing or whatever. You know, because I was trying to like think of something that I could throw together to be able to give everybody for free, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of, you know, keep my name out there. You know that damn word, staying relevant and all that kind of stuff like that.
Right.
You know? So I was just going to, you know, put a couple things together, you know, some sample beats, beats that had samples, you know, and just put it out for free. But then once I started working on it, I was noticing like there was stuff that I wanted to put on this thing. It kind of, you know what I'm saying, started to form into like then, it went from a mixtape to an EP.
Wow.
But then like once I was like halfway through kind of constructing the EP, that's when, you know, I was wrapping up a show up here in Minneapolis called AKA Fathers and Sons. And then it was like a week or so after that, I ended up getting into a slight police harassment type of situation.
Oh, wow, really?
Like a day or so. And this is like the day before Mike Brown got shot.
Oh, wow.
And so, within 24 hours of that, though, I ended up waking up and, like, the whole feeling in one side of my face and shit was gone. And, like, my lip was slumped, my eye was open, I couldn't close my eye. Yeah, so, you know, it looked like I had a stroke, yo. And you know, I kind of was familiar with the condition because my mother had gotten afflicted with it back, maybe when I was like maybe in my early 20s or right after high school, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's called Bell's palsy. It's basically when the nerve in your face stops working, and so you don't have control over anything on that side of the face. And it's like it's one of those things where they can't really give you no medication for it. It has to kind of like your nerve has to come back on its own. own.
Okay.
So some people deal with it like that. The average American that gets it deals with it for like about 3 months or so. And so that's like 3 months you walking around looking just like, you know, a gimp kind of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wow. Kaoz, I didn't know that, man.
You know, yeah, a lot of people, you know, deal with it for like 6 months to like a year, and then when nerves come back, sometimes all of your functions don't come back. So there's a lot of people that still got like residual shit, like, you know, their eye might twitch, or, you know, their lip might be slumped or something. So like, you know, by the grace of God, I only had to deal with it for about a month and a half or so, and I ended up getting basically all my functioning, you know what I'm saying, back. You know, there was some herbal stuff that I was like doing, and I didn't, like, I got on like the steroid they had, like, you know, prescribed for me at first.
Right.
But I got right off of it because, you know, that shit starts to blow your ass up. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I just kind of let the rest be, you know, nature. And, you know, yeah, some prayer and everything like that. And I was out of it. But the thing was, you know, that whole time, it was like traumatic. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you basically looking like, you know, you fucked up out here. You know what I mean? So people looking at you crazy, and everybody asking you what's wrong with you and shit.
Bro, I swear to everything, I didn't know anything about that, man.
Oh,
and I thank God you're better.
Yeah, oh man, thanks man, I appreciate that. And you know, there's a lot of people out there that, you know what I'm saying, was riding with me and, you know, giving me you know, some encouragement, and, you know, some people that had actually dealt with it before. I know Daquan had dealt with it before, you know what I mean? And me and him had built on that, you know what I'm saying? He kind of was giving me some stuff to kind of help me get through it. So, I mean, it's one of those things that it was like a really big lifestyle jar at the time.
Right.
And it made me, you know, and I had to like cancel all my gigs because, you know, I couldn't talk right. Like, you know, it's kind of like, just think of it like Kanye West's jaw being like kind of locked up. You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of situation I was in. And so, I had to just put everything on hold. I put the album on hold. Like, I had to cancel all my gigs for the rest of the summer. It was fucking traumatic, dude. And so once I got over it, I came back, you know, and to have my first performance. Now, I came back a little stronger than before, but I still knew that I had this project to finish. You know what I mean? And so by that point, Mike Brown had happened. I think Eric Garner got killed by that point. And so I was just like, yo, you know, I can't, you know, 'cause my idea was to make this shit like kind of self-indulgent, you know what I'm saying? Just that I'm a shit type of MC, you know, just braggadocious shit, you know, just kind of like, you know, on some LL shit or whatever.
Right.
But I ended up, you know, with all that happening, I was just like, you know, y'all, nah, man, you gotta talk about this, because like they really just open season on black men. And like, before I'm a gay man, you know what I'm saying, I'm a black man, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, like I couldn't deny that. So I had to make something that was really for my people. And so that's how the end was beginning. I mean, the end is beginning. That's how it was born.
All right, so Kaoz, man, tell me more about this mixtape, man, because I'm gonna tell you, man, this mixtape, man, I'm really digging, man. You got you got Justice, right? For for Trayvon and Our Sons. You got Overtime. Big Booty Judy. That's my joint. Yeah, right. Bianca, right? Oh no, what's that?
Bionica.
I'm sorry, Bionica. I can't read. Bionica. If I Rule the World. Ignorant. No Troll. Pause. I mean, the tracks are crazy, man. So, yo, tell me about this this Justice track, man, because this is the track that I'm going to play right after this interview, man, because I really love this track. But tell me about this track.
Yeah, see, so like a couple years ago, you know, we was, I think Trayvon Martin, you know, the Trayvon Martin incident happened.
Right.
And then they acquitted, you know, George Zimmerman. That really, I mean, the act itself, what he did, you know what I'm saying, had inspired me, and I kept telling myself I wanted to make a song, you know what I'm saying, for Trayvon, and just everybody like I'ma do, and, you know, everyone over the past, you know, 20-something years even, that we've lost to, like, police brutality, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I lost a lot of friends.
I include Rodney King in that too, because, you know what I'm saying, I feel that he ultimately, the way he died, you know what I'm saying, was a result of that, you know, post-traumatic stress and shit from what they did to him. But basically, Justice, man, it was just like I was tired, man, and at that point, I think I was just really kind of fed up with the fact that all these rappers out here that be running around and try to get all these poor kids and poor people to buy a punk ass album and come in concerts. None of them was, speaking up about this shit happening. And the thing is, you know what I'm saying, Trayvon is your audience. That's, you know what I'm saying, them little niggas is looking up to, you, me, stuff like that. Right. So, y'all gotta be doing something more for your community than just giving them this bullshit and then, like giving it to them without context even. Right. Because it's like, if you done, got successful, whatever, you gotta stop selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? It's like that type of shit, that type of message, to me, is what needs to be heard more so than you giving a report about what's going on in your hood over and over again. It's the same damn report. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like me, I just felt like I needed to take my voice and my platform to really, kind of just give my opinion about it. And, I just went in, you know what I'm saying? Because really, it's like we die, by the hands of all these different, like, little petty things, you know what I'm saying? It's like we like bullets are designed for us. You know what I'm saying? Diseases are designed for us. You know what I'm saying? Certain social economic determinants are designed in order to bring our destruction about. And it's just really, really pissing me off that, no one else is saying it or seeing it. And the culmination of all those things, to me, is the law enforcement. Right. It is this authority is saying, okay, regardless of how good you are, regardless of what your education is, regardless of, how you were brought up or how you whatever, what good you do, don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, if you fit a description, if you look just like the hundreds of other black people that I've harassed over my career, or the hundreds of other drug dealers or something that I might have had to deal with that just happen to be black, then they're wrapping you up in that shit, and it's like all that other shit.
That's a goddamn shame, man. It's really a shame, man.
Yeah,
I can't.
And so it was.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Ultimately, it was just my thing. Like, yo, all you leaders out there, all you stars and shit. Like, what the fuck is where's your complaint? You know what I'm saying? Where's your song about this? What are you doing to try to change this shit instead of sending, kids out there blindly talking about, yeah, you got to get it by selling dope, you got to get it by robbing niggas. Giving them some context to that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what you had to do because you had no other choice. They got choices now. You know what I'm saying? So don't tell them that they don't have choices.
Right. See, like people and I always say people like the Young Thugs and the Rich Quans, these new dudes, they don't talk about that shit. That's the only thing they want to talk about is getting turned up and cocoa and all this dumb shit.
Right.
You see, but you got the real MCs like the Kaoz's and my bro Earth Tone and IKP Billy.
Yeah.
We talk about stuff like that. Like the track that I dropped a couple of months ago, was for the was for the whole Eric Gardner shit. You know what I'm saying? That keep your head up. See, we talk about this. You know what? It just pisses me off, man, because police is getting out of hand out in the street.
Yeah,
now
and the people that got power that could be doing something about it, that could be talking to these politicians, that could be talking to the mayors and shit of these cities and shit like that. Your stars, they ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing
a motherfucking thing. I don't see Nicki Minaj going out there and rallying in the streets with us. I don't see that. I don't see it. Why? Because you up there, you up there in your fucking mansion doing your thing, or in the show. See, for me, you don't give two fucks about nothing but yourself.
Right.
I don't see Kanye West doing that. I don't see nobody doing that.
None of them, except for like Nas. I saw Nas, Black Lives Matter.
Let me tell you something, Nas. I've seen Nas and Joey Badass. Remember Joey Badass?
Joey Badass, yeah, and David Banner was out there. David Banner, he's always doing shit.
Yeah, that's what's up. I mean, people like that I can respect. You know what I'm saying? But
exactly.
You guys out there, man, y'all are paying attention to the people who really don't give a fuck about you. They just want your fucking money.
Exactly. And they just feeding them their money, man. So I'm just like, okay, I might not ever get to that status that people are gonna be looking at my shit about my shit like, but one thing they ain't gonna say about me is that I took my platform and I wasted it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so some of these people, these young cats out here that's trying to get LGBT rap and shit, they might look at a motherfucker like me like, oh, you got no bar. You don't sit there and decide to talk shit just about myself and how fly I am all the time, dude. I mean, that shit get tired after a while. So, whatever. What do I have to prove to anybody anyway? You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I ain't got to prove shit to nobody, man.
Exactly. Especially if they ain't shelling out no coins for a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Fuck that. So
Right,
Kaoz,
right.
man. So let's get a little background about you, man. Like when you started rapping and stuff, man. Because I got a new audience now, and
okay.
some
They might not be
some of them may not know. Some of them may not know Kaoz.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
even though I play you like crazy, but yeah, just let them know when you started rapping and stuff.
I actually started rapping. I ain't gonna give a sure, I don't want to date myself.
Yeah.
But I started rapping, back in the day, I'll say maybe I was in the fifth grade or something. Where I started writing songs and raps and shit like that. I would do the grade thing, right? And then I got real serious about it, I think, once I hit junior high school. And then I tried to rap with a couple of groups or a couple of crews. That shit didn't work because niggas don't like working. You know what I'm saying? They want the benefits of being a star and rapping and shit. Group shit. So after high school,
oh man,
real heavy.
Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. We're losing him, but it's okay though. Keep going. Go ahead.
Okay. So I got in the spoken word real heavy. And I went out there and did some open mics and shit, and actually had made some poems that were lightweight about my sexuality and shit. And after the reception was like, man, it really surprised me because motherfuckers, they when it's all said and done, they didn't give a fuck about my sexual orientation. You know what I'm saying? It was like I was a good artist, so that's where I got the respect. And so from there, doing my thing with the spoken word shit, made a couple of national poetry slams. Coached the first all-black team to come out of Cleveland, and I did my thing with that. And then I decided I need to do an album, and I did my first joint, the Project Mayhem joint,
right?
in 04, I think. And then I kind of went to my shit still with the spoken word shit, and I moved to Minneapolis and all that kind of crap, and started life over. I think around 2009, into 2009, that's when I started to have that debate about, okay, if I do some more rap songs, or if I do make another rap album, am I gonna, do it in the closet, basically, or, am I gonna try to be a gay rapper? And so at the time, I didn't know that anyone had actually taken the gay rapper thing and had gotten any type of success, or that anybody was really even doing it. And so I did my research. I got online. I did my research. I started seeing clips of Brian. Started seeing clips of Glasto, and a lot of Tim and West, and all that kind of stuff. And I was familiar with Tim and West because I knew about their collective. Because I was trying to get down with because it's sort of like a spoken word.
Man, Tim and West. Tim and West is our KRS-One.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I look at him. Yep. He's without him and, Juba, people like that, there would be no, urban gay hip-hop going on right now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And so, I started doing my research, saw that, and I was just like, okay, well, all right, this is room for me. And, I saw too that, there's a couple of them who acting trading, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, so they represent masculinity and gay hip-hop, all right, because that's what I was seeing was clean, like shit. But, I just knew there was a lane, you know what I'm saying? Because even with, seeing Last Stone Brian and them, it's like, everybody got different styles, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just kind of felt like, I think at the time, that was my debate. I was either going to make an album or I was going to make a book. Because the book was going to be about me, kind of semi-autobiographical. But, my thing was, I just noticed there was tons of dudes out there that probably didn't experience being gay like most gay people experience being gay. You know what I'm saying? Like the bullying and shit like that.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. Because their, mannerisms or maybe their masculinity is a little more pronounced than, their femininity. And so those dudes, I don't think had anybody to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have anything to speak to them. So I wanted to, kind of be that dude, you know what I'm saying, at first. But, the way that things just kind of came out, it was just like, nah, man, I don't know. I just kind of fell into my own thing, and I knew I didn't want to necessarily be like a know-it-all rapper, but I wanted to be conscious enough, you know what I'm saying, just so that people would know that, okay, although we might be able to kick it, we turn up, do all this other shit, there's still a lot of work that we got to do with ourselves first.
Yeah, most
You know what
definitely.
I'm saying? And then with the greater world, you know what I'm saying, as far as getting acceptance, or not even acceptance, getting them to realize we're not going nowhere. So it's about respect. It ain't about acceptance. I can't fucking you accept me or not.
You know what? Let me
Like,
tell you.
man,
You
ain't
know how I
tripping.
am. Come on, Kaoz. You know how I am. I don't give a fuck if you like me or not. That's what. So. I don't give
You
a
don't
fuck.
respect me, though.
But you're
know
gonna
what I'm
be. Let me tell you something. You're gonna
Right.
respect me because if not, I'm gonna break your neck like a fucking twig. What are you kidding
Right,
me?
right. I'm gonna show you how gay I get. You know what I'm saying? For real. You think, you know what I'm saying? You think you smell pussy? I'm gonna show you some pussy, for real.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, right.
So,
I tell them, you act pussy, you gonna get fucked. Like really, like
Exactly.
you gonna get good. You really gonna get pumped. You know, this mixtape. I feel like I've heard something like maybe 1 or 2 tracks before. Now, are these like remixes or something?
Well, no, like the thing is, basically, like some of these tracks, I know you might have heard, like maybe on my SoundCloud at some point, or might have been on the Bandcamp or something like that. Well,
yeah, because you know what I'm saying. Like I have to go searching for records. I'm not talking about you, bro. I'm not talking about you.
Right.
But sometimes I gotta go searching for records because every time I say send your music to rollinwithswanny at gmail.com,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's like a ghost town. I gotta go search for this shit.
Right. Yeah, there was a couple of tracks I know, like the Biz,
Right.
The Light Side of Dark.
Right, that's the one. That's the one.
And yeah, Light Side of Dark, the Biz, and it might be like one other one. I know I did like within sometime like from 2012 like till like 2014. So Injustice, you know what I'm saying? Like those three, I know for sure I did. Kind of before, and the Switch Up song, but Switch It Up was supposed to go on this album, whatever this album was going to be, but at the time I didn't, it wasn't the end, it's the beginning, you know what I'm saying? But what I ended up just kind of realizing was that it had a perfect fit because I kind of designed this album like an old school tape, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know how back in the day on the cassette, you had like the side A would be like say the rough side, and then the side B would be like you know what I'm saying, the uplifting side, you know what I mean, like that type of thing. So that's how I wanted to make this album. I wanted to be like first half, we need to talk about what's on this agenda, like this police brutality. We need to talk about, how ignorant, our community is and how, we're bringing a lot of this destruction on ourselves. I wanted to really get into all that kind of shit. And that's where the more conscious stuff is on the first side. But then once you hit switch up, that's when it switches up. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I go from, education to, let's party a little bit. Or let's talk about, like, these other situations like love or, sex or, like on Bionica, you know what I'm saying? Like that whole thing.
That's my shit.
About a woman that basically is using her female sexual power in the same way that a man uses his sexual power, and this dude basically just kind of not knowing what to do because this girl done put the shit on him, you know what I mean? But he's like, whatever, dude, I got niggas to see, you know what I'm saying? You need to get, that type of thing. So kind of flipping it back on the other side of humanity versus dwelling in our problem, you know what I'm saying, so much. So it's like the second half kind of turns into it's more the stuff that I have been creating over the last year. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like pills or whatever, because I know right now drugs. You know what I'm saying? Has always been a problem in the LGBT community.
Tell me about it,
it's
drugs and alcohol.
And alcohol, exactly. Like all these things, but and it makes sense because so many of us are trying to mask our hurt, or we're masking our pain, or we done been through traumatic situations, and so it's natural. We go to cigarettes, liquor, and motherfucking drugs.
But you know what?
And,
you know what, Kaoz? You know what, Kaoz, man? I mean, not to toot my own horn, but I done left alcohol alone. I done let, well, not really. That's, once in a while.
Well, not totally, even though they say you ain't supposed to be drinking, nigga. Right. I remember.
Yeah, you already know. Right, you already know. So, I mean, and cigarettes, man, I haven't smoked a cigarette in 2 years.
Oh, wow, congratulations, man.
I have not, and every time, and now when I see people smoke a cigarette, I go, ugh, that shit stink. I can't believe I used to put that in my system.
Right.
And, and let me tell you something, man. I had a scare a couple of weeks ago. All right, so
with your heart?
No. I'm going to put this out there so everybody's going to know why I had an operation. Okay. So this little thing popped up on my back. All right. And so when I went to the doctor, I was like, "Yo, doc, this thing keeps popping up, full of pus and And she looked at it. When she looked at it, she said, "Well, this could either be a cyst, or this could be the beginning. This could be the beginnings of cancer." She said, so, yeah, well, she said, well, she says, this comes from laying in the sun.
Really?
Yeah, laying in the sun, yeah, and and big dudes like me, we get these little masses on our bodies, man, and we don't know what it is.
Oh, wow.
So I, she sent me to a specialist, and I went, he looked at it, he took a piece, and, they did the little thing, and this is the first time I'm talking about this, right? So, all right, so they took it, they did what they had to do, and it turned out to be just a cyst.
Good. Yeah.
So he tells me, after I saw her, she sends me to him, and he tells me, listen, you want to have it removed? I said, well, if this thing is going to come back, I don't want this shit. The hell I want this on my back for? It's ruining all my shirts. I'm thinking about my shirts. I don't care about nothing else. My shirts.
Right.
So so they scheduled me, so I went and they put me under, they cut the shit out and whatever. Now I'm still walking around with stitches on my back. I gotta wait 3 fucking weeks for this motherfucker to heal.
Oh, yeah, okay. And the healing process be the shit that hurt.
Yeah, exactly, because every time I put on a shirt, the little stitch, it rubs against the shirt, and that shit hurt. But I thank God that, it was nothing serious.
Yeah.
I thank everybody that,
I had one of those.
Wishes, man.
They had to remove one of those from my leg, like, a few years back, too. Like, that was my first surgery ever, you know what I'm saying? It was like a little cyst that came up, and, they took it out, and then they found out it was, what's the word, benign or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So,
benign.
Yeah, so it was like, it was nothing, but yeah, that did the same thing. It was like, and from there, they kept saying shit like, you might want to stop smoking cigarettes, because everything that fucks up with your body, first thing they say is cigarettes. You know what's crazy?
You know what's crazy, and, I really don't, I'm just going to talk about it. You know what's crazy? Like, my brother, my blood brother, a couple of years ago, he stopped smoking cigarettes and he stopped drinking, right? He was fine. He was fine for 2 years, and then all of a sudden he gets bladder cancer, and then he gets spots on his chest, on his lungs. I'm like, but what? He said because I stopped
smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, because you stopped smoking cigarettes. Now I'm afraid since I stopped, 2 years done went by. And that little thing pops up. You understand? Yeah, I'm like, that's pretty scary, man. And I wouldn't know what to do if the doctor was to tell me, Mr. River, I'm not gonna tell nobody my real name, even though some people already know. You have this, God forbid, and I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. But I'm afraid because let me tell you, man, cancer runs rampant in my family. I lost a sister to one. My sister's a breast cancer survivor. I have a brother who has it. I had my aunt who had it. My father had it. My mother had it. This shit runs in my family
But
you know
what though? I think a part of it has to do too with your environment, man. Like New Yorkers, like I don't. It surprises me that everybody in New York don't die of cancer. Like seriously, because
tell me about it.
You got to think all them fucking fumes and exhaust shit that the exhaust from all the cars. It's constantly smoggy out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then all the bullshit that they done. You know what I'm saying? That we as Americans just eat. Period. I mean that's all it is up there. The shit in the bodegas. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that shit they wasn't getting fresh shit in there until like a couple of years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's like I mean now it's like this big push for everybody to have fruits and vegetables and all this kind of shit.
Organic this, organic that. Really?
Yeah, organic, but it's like, still, it's like, well, shit, I might eat right, but shit, when I go outside and I breathe this air.
That's why, listen, I'm getting ready to move. I'm getting ready to leave New York next year.
I'm
out of here.
It's real stressful on the body. Like, I don't see why, a lot more people don't, die of cancer and shit like that. Y'all cancer rates might be up. I don't know, but like, it's just crazy. It's our environments, man. We gotta start doing more. To like really, I don't know, help the environment. I mean, even from like recycling and just, like deciding sometimes not to take your car to work, get on the fucking train, you know what I'm saying? Whatever,
exactly.
Just do your little part. But this ain't Richard Simmons hour, so fucking,
Yeah, I know. See, I don't know how the fuck we got into this conversation, man. We're supposed to be talking about you and your music. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What the fuck? So let me ask you, man. How do you feel like how do you feel about the state of hip hop and and where it's going? Like, how do you feel about what's going on right now in the LGBT community and the mainstream
hip hop
community?
overall?
Yeah.
Well, I think for one, I'm starting to, or at least this, I think I'm seeing this, but I'm starting to finally see this change to get away from the down south. You know what I'm saying? That kind of same ass 808 beat. You know what I'm saying? Blah blah blah. That type of shit. I'm seeing it's starting to change because there are more people that are starting to use samples again. There's more people that are starting to craft they beats kind of like East Coast beats used to be. You know what I mean? Like it's starting to, and then you got motherfuckers that's bringing shit from overseas. Like right now, to be honest with you, fucking UK got shit on rap because I'm saying as far as like styles and like I don't want to use the word sad, but like as far as trend setting and shit, what they doing with trap music, what they doing with EDM, or how they kind of redefined it in a sense. You know what I'm saying? It's like dude, they kind of making moves with it. Now I do feel that there's too much hip hop out here that's becoming dance music. So, what I'm saying?
I don't need that in my life. I don't need that in my life.
Well, I mean, to each their own, you know what I'm saying? You do you over there with the dance, do you? But I just, the thing that kind of scares me is that hip-hop is going to become this diluted thing, you know what I'm saying? Just like, everything else kind of becomes once it gets appropriated by, mainstream white America. And this is no diss to, my white supporters or white people, period. You know how it get done. Once it starts passing through their hands, then it turns into some other shit. They're the ones that's coming home with the awards for it. You know what I'm saying, doing it the way that we've been doing it. So, I don't know, it's like, I see some good change, you know what I'm saying? A lot of it is happening outside of the U.S., but I really do kind of hear also within the U.S. that people are starting to move away from this down south shit,
that's
which has
a
become very
conversation.
repetitive.
That's a conversation that I was telling IKP, because IKP was in the crib, was in the studio with me, and I was telling him, I said, listen, man, that boom bap is coming back. It's coming back. It's coming back because I've noticed, like look at Fabulous. Look at Fabulous. Fabulous just dropped a mixtape. That mixtape is fucking incredible.
Dude, like his last joint, that Young OG project, man, that's all I was bumping for like two months, until came out, till Crimson came and shit. Like he was like really one of the only rap albums I was even bumping, man. Really, he had everything within that shit. He had the good beats, he had his little commercial shit, but he kept it real. You know what I'm saying? So I can't complain about that. And it's like, more stuff like that, or more stuff like I'll even give ASAP. Like ASAP, some of the beats and shit that they use, you know what I mean? Like that kind of sound. It's like I appreciate them bringing that back. You know what I mean? Because we need to move away from that down south shit. Because I really think it's dumbed everybody down.
It's really dumbed everybody. Exactly. I was about to say that. Dumbed everybody down.
It made these niggas lazy. It made them lazy, man.
And let me tell you, man.
I
mentioned him before, but thank God for Joey Badass. Thank God for Joey Badass, man. Because let me tell you, his last mixtape, his last album. Let me tell you something. From the first track to the last track, every fucking track on there is fucking dope. If you don't have it, Kaoz, if you don't have it, you need to get that.
Then.
You need to get that.
I need to get that then.
Every track.
This motherfuckers like this, some underrated ass motherfuckers like that dude, the actor dude, the Puerto Rican dude, Rick Gonzalez. That nigga. Like,
let me tell you something.
That dude shit is.
Let me tell you something, man. I had a crush on that dude for years.
So I still do though.
Damn. I had a crush ever since Coach Carter.
Yeah, exactly. I saw him in some before that though. It was a song I saw him in before that. I think it was either Light It Up or I don't know. It was one of them teen movies or something like that.
One of them dance movies.
That's my nigga. And then when I saw that nigga rap, I was just like, oh shit. And then I heard him. I was like, oh, this nigga got bars for real. He's good.
Well, he got bars. Let me tell you that this is like he just started doing music again. He had an album way back, but it didn't do anything.
Yeah.
It didn't do anything. But
Yeah,
now,
well,
yeah, my dude.
Is it kind of hard for after you know, before Drake?
Yeah,
it's kind of hard for actors to make that, you know what I'm saying, that transition from acting into rapping. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's one thing I can say that's good that came from Drake. You know, people accepted that a little more because, you know, we had Childish Gambino come through, and that nigga killed.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
dude.
Drake
I love
and everybody.
that dude. I
you know,
love that dude.
You know, so like I can appreciate that now, and I like seeing, you know, dudes that, you know, got multiple talents like that, you know what I'm saying? Like not being stuck or pigeonholed in, you know, the thing that they're doing, you know what I mean? Like I can appreciate that, and especially when you can do it and actually do it good, like that's some talent. So yeah, like I'm fucking with him real hard right now. I'm fucking with oh shit, who's the other? Fuck, he's on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, from the Jules, you know what I'm saying? I'm fucking with Killer Mike, something hard, man.
Yeah.
He's been on some, I'm saying, like, change the world type shit, and I appreciate it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's some people out there that's just, like, on some underdog shit that's really, really making some really good music, you know?
I like Action Bronson.
Yeah. You said who? Yeah, I like Action Bronson, too. Now, for a while, I get kind of tired of hearing the Tony Starkness in his voice, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, he's real heavy Tony Stark, but at the same time, you know, like this fat motherfucker can put references to food and, you know what I'm saying?
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? Because Raekwon from Wu-Tang, he said, he said the first time I heard Action Bronson, I thought that was me.
Yeah, right, exactly. You know, so like, you know, and I appreciate that because that's kind of that, you know, that classic New York. You know, this is the shit that.
Hello? Don't tell me I lost you. Yo, I could have sworn. I think I lost you for a second, man.
Oh, okay.
But you know what, Kaoz. Okay. Anyway, so we're gonna have to cut the interview, man, because
it's cool.
Yeah. So, but you know what? Yeah. But it's all good though because you know this is your home. You know you.
Yeah, for sure. Well, real quick, let me tell these folks where, you know what I'm saying, they get in touch with me and shit. You know what I'm saying? All right. So first off, you can hit me on my website. It's Kaoz Online. That's KAOZ. Online.com. They can hit me up on my Bandcamp, kaoz.bandcamp.com. Get my whole discography there. Mm-hmm. You can find The End Is Beginning, and you can find Intersections both on iTunes. Just look up Kaoz, End Is Beginning, you know, because there's like another Kaoz on there. And like when you go on your music services and shit like that, if you put in Kaoz, sometimes these other motherfuckers that ain't made shit like years will come up. But if you just look a little harder, you know what I'm saying, you'll be able to find mine. But yeah, any of those, Spotify, Amazon, all that shit.
All that good shit.
And yeah, just hit me up on Twitter, Kaoz612. You know what I'm saying? Follow me and yeah, stay in touch. You know what I mean?
You already know, bro. Yo, man, it's always good to talk to you. And like I said, man, you know, anytime you want, you just like, yo, Swanny, put me on. Bet, let's go.
You know, my next single that I drop is probably gonna be that Pills joint with Quentin Adams, you know, singing the hook or whatever. Yeah. So once we get that poppy rolling, then, you know what I'm saying, I'll come back through and we can talk a little about that. You know?
I mean, anytime you want. But I want to ask you a quick question. Sure. When you coming to New York?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good question.
Because I mean, we need you and I
September, around my birthday.
You and I need to be in the crib. Well, I should say in my studio, and we need to crank out some joints, man, for real.
Yeah, we need to just go on and make an EP real quick. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. I'm down.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So let's start talking about that and crafting them beats up. You know what I'm saying? I start doing these bars, and then we'll make it happen. Let's think sometime in September though.
Bet. All right, that's a beautiful thing.
Okay, cool.
All right, bro. So thank you for calling in, and I'll be talking to you real soon, bro.
All right, man. Talk to you in a minute.
So the next track we're gonna play is Justice. All right, that's the track we're gonna play. So introduce your track.
Oh, so Justice. Let's see. I'm my homeboy Wayne Starr. He's a part of the All Out Grimy Boy Click Collective. You know what I'm saying? That I was rolling with back a few years ago. And it's featuring Rodrigo Sanchez Chavarria. And let's see, Seymour Perspective, you know what I'm saying, my man's up here in the Twin Cities, recorded it, mixed it, and mastered it. So, yeah, here it goes. It's Justice, man. A salute to Trayvon Martin and a song for all of our sons that we lose out here to police brutality. Let's go.
There you go. You already know, y'all. I'm Swanny River. He's Kaoz. Here's Justice, man. Let's go.
your comments on the killing of the 17-year-old African-American teenager who had Skittles and Arizona iced tea with him in a gated community in Sanford, Florida, and was killed by a neighborhood so-called watchman.
Yo, this can't be life. This can't be love. This can't be us. Expendable by a slug or a shank or a sickness. Profile every day, never see a witness. Drunk off the ignorance, 12 men convince you another animal, hand down a sentence. We used to be united, now we remnants. 9/11 is a memory, distant, dancing. Time's getting crazier than Manson. Shady Buffaloes wanna pull an Oscar Grant on a young black man. Future on deck, try to be legit, but they coming for your neck. Like a gang full of Nicky stands full of disrespect. Swear they got you pegged with no honor to protect. Second class Olga, Fiona, Shrek, Limbaugh, Bachman, Glenn Beck, Herbie Simplex, Cold Sword, Chin Check. The border jumping suckers, black and brown brothers. Poor ballers, connect revolvers. In the name of keeping the peace, they grease all us. Hot ovens, heavy metal stuffing. Hot iron for your nephew and your cousin. Everyone's a friend when you're buzzing. Everything you think they were, they wasn't. Action is my hoodie matching the gray in the sky, the blood in my eye. Gagged up mouthpiece, no hair, see we always gotta walk on shells like we got beef. Switch cheesed up by the police, like oozing out of humans, no slow leaks.
It feels like the privatization of the kind of racial violence. The one thing you expect when something like that happens to your child, your unarmed child is killed by a stranger, is that the police will be on your side. The kid was not involved in gang activity, he was not armed, he was not doing anything that any other kid doesn't do, and yet somehow he gets targeted doing this sort of thing with apparent police approval.
Remember, you said, I just dropped kids off and returned to car, realized I was wearing a dark hoodie, felt pang of fear. All of us are vulnerable.
Even the police won't be on your side.
I stay hooded up, walk tall and proud. For Trayvon and many others, we must be local, we must be loud. Too many times we've been silent, too many times we've been blind. In the face of such violence, together we must bind. Even hooded up, it's still someone's baby. Cats are acting like dogs with rabies, mauling over dreams, killing all the gleam. How many times do we replay this scene? This is everyday life for us, the unseen. Another life taken, hate crime theme. This is for Trayvon, Vincent Chin, Bong Lee, and Oscar Grant. For Briseña, Luis Ramirez, James Anderson, this is your chance.
We're all here today to look for justice. My family has been through the justice system, and we have seen that there is no justice in the system. That is why we're here today.
Yo, too many times been silent, too many times been blind. In the face of all this violence, together we must bind. Solutions we must find. Fool these illusions in your mind. Bruises and scars don't heal in time. When the life is lost, we can't rewind. Real hate crimes, heartless humans, media circus, stark confusion, driving the curse dispersed. Disperse me and you, then pass the hate on through our actions and through all of our views, promoting paranoia daily in the news. Side order of bigotry, Fox be killing me, make you want to stockpile your artillery. Create a worse beast, so keep it real G. Blood spill won't bring nobody back. Fighting each other won't rid the streets of crack. They taught us to hate one another, hate our bloodline, and hate the toil of our mothers. A community stuck in recovery. PTSD, it ain't funny. See, this young man was somebody's baby, somebody's everything that they loved insanely. Never gonna see his prime. The wideness of smiles from his proud dad and mom. Only one moon or sun. Gotta calm the beast, though this war has just begun. We stuck in the web that the widow has spun. Bragging about how fun it is to load up clips and the guns. Gangsters running the streets. Neighborhood watching vigilantes with heat. We used to seeing burning crosses and white sheets. But now we trade them in for badges and white tees. Where's Spike Lee when you need him? Where's your response to these cries for freedom?
We are here today gathering your support as a community, not just as one people, but all people of different nationalities and colors coming together. We're here to really take this for justice in the Supreme Court, for our families, for our future children.